Good morning. Hey, Lady B. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. So excited to see a live from Salkis. Are you, Moonlight? You're excited to see me? I'm excited to be seen too. Yeah, I am. I am. Those earrings look good with your hat. Oh, appreciate it. Girl, you got me doing the happy dance. You doing the happy dance. Oh, I feel so loved. I feel so loved. Thank you for the love. Hey, HA. Did y'all send me the emails to be invited into the Ugly Girls Club yet? If I haven't gotten an email from you, you can't get an invite. So you have to send me an email at info@salkisre.com. My name is spelled SALKISRE.com. Not SELSALKISRE.com. Info@salkisre.com. Please send me an email and say I want in, or I'm here, or something in the subject line. You don't have to say anything in the body of it. Just let me know what you're there for. You're there for an invite. I'm getting the site together as we speak, and I'm putting together content to add to it. So if any of you would like to be featured as a spotlight ugly girl, the ugly girl of the month, in which you share your story. You share your story with everybody. You send me a picture. You can share whatever story you want. Please do that. This live doesn't act up on me today. It's already trying to bonk out. Your name is in the channel name. How do people get it wrong? You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I just got to cover all the bases. You'll be surprised. Even though you forgot all about your old subscribers. Who, me? I forgot about my old subscribers? No, this is something totally different. I need a file created specifically for this, since this is something new. So you gotta raise your hands for this, so that it just makes it easier for me to send invites and send information and all of that. So I haven't forgotten anybody. Hi, Angela. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I've gotten so much feedback off of this movement, you guys. I'm so excited about this thing. Listen, people are in their feelings on both sides of the coin. Men are confused, which is hilarious. It's hilarious to hear the guys say, "Well, why would you condemn yourself and degrade yourself by calling yourself you having a negative word attached to you? How is this going to help women and all that stuff?" Like they're concerned. It is hilarious to me how they get all sensitive when you snatch vanity away. Men get all in their feelings. Like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean you're not cute? Yes, you are. You are to me. You know why they do that? Because they want to be the source. They want to continue being the source that you go to for validation. If you take that away from them, then they have no purpose. The average man has it's like, well, what do I give you then? What do I give you then? Because if I can't give you vanity, then I can't give you this dick either. Then I'm gonna have to give you stuff that I don't want to give you. You see the game? You see the game? So for those of you on this live who don't know who I am a self-love coach. I am an artist, an author, a poet, a relationship expert, spiritual advisor, medicine woman, and all things in between. I'm a vlogger, a content creator, here on YouTube, extending free value to all who want to hear it. And I'm the voice in the wilderness here. I'm saying what nobody wants to say. I'm saying what nobody's willing to say, nobody wants to say, nobody won't touch it. Maybe they will now. You know, there's always a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing going on, right? But I'm just the underdog here trying to give a voice to women who are deemed unattractive in this world. And of course now, you know, a lot of our pretty girls want to join the club, and it's okay, you know, because like I said, you know, the irony of this is the stories that are coming in from all types of women, including women who are attractive, really validates the whole point that I've always made to us ugly girls, that we are all in the same boat, you know. Now they're confessing. Now they're coming with it, well, you know, I really don't have it all together. Even though I look pretty and I've been told I'm pretty all my life, I have been abused. I have been berated. I have been used for whatever good time purposes and things like that. Taken for a ride, taking my money, whatever. This is why I've always stated to you ladies that this is an emotional, the separation we have between each other is emotional. It's not factual. It's not factual. So all these pretty girls now are coming with their stories too, because they want to be a part of this movement. All I say is this: you got to be ready to separate yourself from wanting to be validated by how you look. If you're not ready to do that, then don't bother. Don't bother trying to, you know, because you feel left out. You want to do this kind of thing. I don't have time for that kind of shit. I don't have time for that. If you really want to separate yourself from the need to feel validation by way of how you look, then you are welcome. I will welcome you with open arms. But if I sniff out any hint of, you know, I'm better than and I'm better than, you got to go. You got to go, because we're trying to do something different here. We're trying to do something on a holistic level, which is give people back. Give them back what they're trying to pigeonhole you with. Give it back to them. What we're pigeonholed with as women is vanity. I told you before, the devil gives it to you. Don't you want to be sexy? Don't you want to be sexy? You know, all you have to do is be sexy and you can get whatever you want. This is going all the way back to, right back to Eve in the garden. She ate the apple so she can be wise, so she can be beautiful and know everything. That's what the devil promised her. And then she got banished from the garden where everything was laid out for her. She didn't have to work. She didn't have to do nothing. She didn't have to suffer in childbirth. Nothing. Everything was provided for her. And she decided, you know, sexy sounds nice. I'd like to know what being sexy entails. You know, it sounds like I'll be powerful. If I eat this, I'm going to be beautiful, meaning sexy. Give me some of that. And here we are. And here we are. Thinking that sexuality, our level of sexiness is what gives us power. There's a lot of people that are eating off of that notion. A lot of people are eating off of that notion, and a lot of us are suffering because we just don't qualify. No matter what we do, some of us just won't qualify as sexy. So then how are we to get on in life? And see, that's where I come in. That's where I come in and tell you, no, sis, that's not your lane. Your first and foremost objective, at least what we promote on this channel, is health, not sexiness. It's doing healthy things, doing things that will help build up your emotional intelligence and your resolve and give you a long and prosperous life in that way, holistically, not sexually. Because what the makeup does and the hair does, it makes you, it gives you sexual market value. It makes you look like you're valuable. You're not necessarily valuable. Makeup just makes you look like you're valuable. That's all it is the packaging, the presentation. And then when they open the box and see nothing but dust in there, then you're back to square one. You're back to square one. This is why a lot of, pretty girls get things twisted too, because the packaging is so grand. And then when you look inside and see all the trauma and see all the insecurities and see all the self-doubt and see all the not so winner stuff, these men are no longer impressed. And they get what they can get for the moment and they go on. So we want the inside of this packaging to be filled up with all sorts of goodies. I just don't want it out here. Out here, if you have it out here, that you're blessed. You are blessed. But I want to concentrate on what's inside, what's in the heart. What's in your heart? Because for a lot of us, that's the only thing of value we have, is what's in our heart. Right? That is our selling point, is what's in our heart. But not to a fault. We don't position that as our unique selling proposition to be used by people. Our hearts are precious. You have to deserve my heart too. Just like you want to deserve a woman's vagina or her backside, deserve to squeeze her ass or her tits or whatever. You have to deserve the heart too. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Don't keep you out. No one has to be out. Y'all send the emails. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. I'm preparing it now. It's not ready to launch yet. I'm putting together the content and all that stuff. I'm building it up now. Because when I mentioned it, it was just in my imagination. I really didn't have anything prepared. But the outcry and the responses were so overwhelming that now I have to do it. Now it's a mission. Now it's becoming a mission. It's becoming a crusade. So send your emails if you want to be invited in to info@salkisre.com. Please do that. SALKISRE.com. And just say, I'm here, I'm in. You're nowhere near ugly. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Andre, I appreciate it. And ladies, like I said, this is what people are going to say. When you claim that, you're going to get people that say, well, no, that's not what you are. You're beautiful to me, and I think you're this, and I like your hair, and I like your lips, and I like your this, and you have a cute shape, and they'll compliment you. They'll try to give you it's their way of trying to give you encouragement, because they think that's what you need when you're stating something like that, and nothing can be further from the truth. We are just moving ourselves away from all of that whole bag, because if I came on here saying, you know what, I'm the prettiest woman in the world, the same people that say I'm beautiful will say, well, hold on now. Salkis, I understand you have high self-esteem and everything, but we got to be realistic now, Salkis. You're not the prettiest girl in the world. You all right, but you ain't the prettiest girl in the world. So you see, it doesn't matter either way. What happens, what you'll find when you really embody this, is that it doesn't matter either way. That's what I want to get us to. It doesn't matter either way. It's nice to have, and it doesn't matter if it comes. That's the attitude you want to adopt. It's nice to hear a compliment, but it doesn't matter if it comes or not. And that's how we want to live. Are you excited? I'm excited too. Please, Kiki, send. I got to get t-shirt designers and all kinds of merch for this thing, because I want things that you can carry with you so you can remind yourselves of what it is you're trying to do here. And it's going to be scary. You're going to be challenged. It's going to be really scary to shift into this paradigm. It really is. But we need something new here. We need something other than, oh, just look like this. We need something other than that. We need to stop letting people take our money for hopes, wishes, and dreams. We need to stop that. We're like old dogs. You know, we're so faithful to anybody coming with a promise, anybody coming with a hope. We latch on like a old trusty dog, like an old pet. Enough with all of that. Enough with all of that. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not mainstream beauty. That's the reality. My thing is, who I'm laying with better be the one that likes me. Fuck everybody else. I mean, yeah. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. There was a sister who made a statement after watching my previous live about what was the title? Ugly Girls and Dating Tips for Ugly Girls. And she said that she noticed somebody, I don't know if this person was a co-worker or somebody around her job or somebody she was watching. This a young lady, she said looked like Biggie Smalls, looked like a female version of Biggie Smalls. She was not thin, you know, she was overweight but proportioned, she said. And her face, she had Biggie Smalls' face. She had locks in her hair, dressed to complement her shape, and very pleasant. And she said that she observed that this woman was very magnetic. Like, even though she looked the way she looked, she still commanded attention. People were still coming towards her, wanting to talk to her, wanting to relate to her and give her things and all that. She just she noted that what I was saying about being magnetic is not only the outer shell, is true. She found an actual living example of what it is that I'm talking about. You can look ugly, but you don't have to act it. The point is that she observed this woman being in her full glory as what she was. She wasn't acting like a clown. She wasn't acting like she was less than anybody else. She wasn't conforming either. She was in her own personal glory, and she was able to attract people because of it. And that's the point. Ugly women are always clown because we do clownish things. We decide to be the laughing stock because we figure, well, everyone's going to laugh at me anyway. I might as well give them a show. This is what we do. And this is why we're the butt of every jokes. We're in every comedian's mouth and all sorts of things, because we're acting like clowns. You have to stop that. You have to stop that. My auntie used to say, pretty ain't nothing. Yeah. I was ugly when I was younger, but I grew up and got beautiful, but I still carry the young, ugly version of me that was too accommodating, clownish, and scared. Although I hide it, I come across tough. We don't really hide anything. You know, that's another thing that we think we're hiding. But in terms of romance, in terms of relationships, things tend to get revealed, especially after sex, because it becomes harder for you to keep your form together, to keep the pretense together, because you become more self-conscious, you become vulnerable after sex. So you can adopt this confident persona, this tough exterior and all that kind of stuff, right, to protect yourself. But as soon as you lay down with the man, you're at his mercy. And it's hard to act tough when he's been digging in your ass. You know, it's hard for you to say, you know, I can get up and walk away after you've been slurping on your knees, after he's been stuffing his balls in your mouth. It's hard for you to assert yourself after you've had ejaculate on your gum line, all on your tonsils and stuff. It's very hard to say, you know, I'm the shit, when now, you know, he's got you in a subordinate position because of sex. It's very hard to keep the act going. That's the problem. It's very hard to keep the act going. So whatever act that you're putting on, it you need to give it enough time to actually be a part of you. A lot of us rush, we think, okay, I changed my hair, let's go. I'm ready for the new relationship. I done changed my hair, I done shaved my head, I'm a new woman now. I'm ready now. I'm a rebel. Let's go. I can handle anything. I done changed my hair. I done lost 5 pounds this month. I'm ready to do this. Right. You know the problem with that is everything that you did to change was contingent upon attention. Goes back to vanity again. You lost the weight, so people say, girl, you look good. You change your hair, so people say, girl, that's a cute hairstyle. You do all these things again for exterior validation. You didn't do it to toughen yourself up. You did it to belong. To belong. Another way to belong. So you trade in one crutch for another. This is what we do. You trade in one crutch for another. You don't give it time to really mold itself, to really get in your pores and in your veins and in your blood. You think your shift is just one quick meditation session, one talk here and there, and that's it. I got it figured out. It doesn't work that way. And if you are not experiencing any inconvenience in your transformation, then you are bullshitting yourself. If you're not experiencing any hardship of any sort in you changing, then you haven't changed at all. I said this before. If you are doing anything that people don't go, this bitch has lost her mind, then you haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. If somebody isn't worried about, like, okay, if they're not saying, where's the girl I used to know? Where's she at? Then she's still there. And a lot of us, the changes that we do are still within the parameters of acceptance. We're doing just enough, for them to look, but we don't want to look weird now. We want to go all the way to the left. We still want to contain some sort of normalcy, so we change this or that just to maintain and be a little more admired, but we don't go full throttle. We don't go full throttle with it. Everybody's afraid of looking bad. You're afraid of losing your friends. You're afraid of your family clowning you. You're afraid of running him off, and he don't even like you anyway. We're so afraid of men running off. We're afraid of him being turned off when we stand in our full glory of I don't get. We're so afraid that he's going to run off when in his mind he's not even there to begin with. He ain't even all the way there to begin with. Run off. He's already off. He just wants to screw you. He's not there. He's not consciously sitting there with you now. I know you believe that, but he's not really there. He just wants to dig in your ass. You're like, I'm scared. I don't want to run him off. I don't want him to think this way. I don't want to make no demands and, be the difficult girl because I'm too ugly to be the difficult girl. That's what a lot of you think. You won't admit it, but you say, I'm too ugly to be difficult. I need to be agreeable because this is what they say. This is what men say. You too ugly to have standards. You too ugly to have all these stipulations. Your best feature is being compliant. Talk to me. Your best feature, if you're not an attractive woman, is being compliant. This is what we've been indoctrinated with. This is what we've been indoctrinated with so that they can have easy access. Not so that they can love us. We're not getting campaigns for this so that we'll give them a chance to love us. They want us to give them a chance to abuse us. Lower your standards so that I can get whatever it is I need from you, is what they're really saying. Don't put this wall up, because the best thing I have to give you is this dick right here. And you should be happy to get that, because the way God set you up, this is about the best thing you're going to get. Don't make no stipulations. Don't make this thing more difficult than it has to be. Be compliant with this rape that I'm going to give you. Talk to me. Comply with this rape that I want to do to you. Don't fight it. Let me rape you. Because what do you think it is? If a man doesn't want you and he wants to have sex with you, tell me what it is. You talk to me about what it is. What are we calling that these days? I know we have so many terms out here. What are we calling that? I don't want you, but I want to dig in your ass. Are we unclear? Because we're going to get clear. We have to get clear. 2009 is about clarity. It's about clarity, and it's about owning the square that you stand on. Owning your life, like for real. Like for real. Understanding this is a lone journey. We're going to be a sisterhood. We're going to be a coalition here. But you got to understand that I can't walk your road for you. Nobody can. Nobody can. You have to take full responsibility for each step that you make. All I could do is advise you, girl, I don't think, XYZ is the best way to go, but you figure it out for yourself. But you have to figure it out in your mind whether it's right or wrong, because you have to eventually learn to think for yourself. Eventually you have to learn to think for yourself. Right? Speed, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a silly question, but how can someone be magnetic? I mean, personality-wise? Your magnetism as a woman comes from relaxation. I say it again. You can't magnetize anything if you're in a space of anxiety. And anxiety means you're unsure of yourself. Anxiety means your worth is contingent upon conditions, because we put that out. That's not something that's in your head. We actually project that. We project how we feel about ourselves. Even if we look great on the outside, we're still projecting how we feel about ourselves. So magnetism is a smile. It's a kind word. It's acting as if you mattered to you, as if you are really in love with you, not in a conceited way, because some of us, we adopt this conceited attitude, like I'm better than you. Listen to me. That is an illusion. That is a delusion and an illusion. You don't want to be out here acting like you're better than people. That's not how you magnetize people to you. People are magnetized to you when you make them feel good, when you invite them in and you make them feel like, wow, you're a great person too. You look great today. Or can I ask your advice about something? You're treating people like they're human beings. That's how you magnetize. Not by being this, it's all eyes on me, it's about me kind of thing. Just a smile can magnetize you, honestly. Just a smile. It doesn't have to be convoluted here. And it really is not. It really is not. We walk around defensive because we're afraid. Rejected. You stay to yourself. You don't say anything, don't voice an opinion about anything because you're afraid of rejection. This is why it's so hard for us to meet people and develop relationships with anybody. Because we're so concerned. We're so preoccupied with just not getting hurt again. So now everybody's a psychic, right? And I've been guilty of this too. You know, you're trying to read people. You think, oh, that person doesn't like me. Oh, they think I'm a fool. Or they think I look stupid or whatever, right? You have these things and you say these things in your head because your defense is, am I back on? Okay, as I was saying, some of us we use the psychic thing, like we're going to read people, and in our reading of them, we're usually making up stuff in our minds about what we think they're thinking about us. And this is what we call negative reinforcement. It is negative reinforcement, but it's what we use. It's a tactic you use so that you can stave off being hurt and rejected. So if you imagine someone rejecting you, if you imagine it first, then if they do, it doesn't hurt as much. If you imagine it first, then you sort of build up this, you think you're building up a wall. You think you're protecting yourself because you've already preconceived it. So it has no effect on you because you preconceived that they don't like you. And you think that you're good at this because every now and again you're right and exact. Like you read that person to a T. And again, when you read somebody, it's spot on. So now that critic inside your head is reinforced now because it's like, okay, I got a talent at this. Because 6 months ago, when I read that guy, it was spot on. And now for everybody, you read negatively for everybody. Whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter because 6 months ago, you were exactly right. And that's the trap that a lot of us fall into. How do you not do that? Relax. Relax. Stop prejudging them and yourself and just relax. Because in order to know, you have to see. Stop assuming that you think they know how they feel about you. Stop assuming the worst. All you want to do is know. And you're going to give yourself time to know. The only way you can give yourself time to know is if you relax. Just take a deep breath and say, you know what, I got all the time in the world to figure this out, to find out. I'm not going to be under pressure to do anything before I'm comfortable with doing it, before I know what I need to know. And I'm just going to be relaxed and enjoy the journey of discovery. I'm going to discover you. I'm going to be very attentive. I'm going to listen to every word you say. I'm going to watch the fluctuations in your voice. I'm going to observe when you are angry, when you have tension, when you're not acting your best. I'm going to wait to see all of these things before I make an absolute assessment of whether this relationship, starting this relationship or continuing this relationship is valuable or not. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. If I'm an ugly woman, I'm not going to just assume that everyone thinks that I'm ugly. I'm not concerned with what you think. Well, what I think you think. I'm taking myself out of it. And when you are in my presence, I'm just going to start evaluating from there. I'm not going to assume anything either way. I'm not going to be optimistic, and I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not going to be either one because I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that if you're interested enough to find out who I am and about me, then you're going to want to ride it out a little bit. You're not going to be anxious and rushed. You're not going to rush me. If you respect me, you're not going to rush me. And if you respect me, it's going to show. It's going to show consistently too. So I'm not assuming anything either way. As an ugly woman, I don't assume nothing either way. You like me? You go, really? Oh, okay. And you don't assume that it's true or not. Please resist that. Please resist that. Don't assume that what anyone says to you is true or untrue. The point is you don't know. And the point is you're going to have a great time finding out. You're going to have a great time finding out. And in your process of finding out, you also have stipulations. You have boundaries of which the other person can't cross if they're not qualified to do so. If they haven't done anything to cross the boundaries, then they don't have access to those other parts of you that are vulnerable and sensitive. You can have boundaries, and you should. You better. But it's not out of fear. You don't have boundaries because you're afraid. You have boundaries because you respect yourself. You don't have boundaries because you're nervous that he's going to take advantage of you. You have boundaries because this is how you roll. This is how you walk with anybody, whether they're nice to you or not. You have boundaries because some of you go, fuck it. I don't need these bounds because he's so sweet. He hasn't proven anything to you, but he talks so sweet. He seems so sweet. He makes me feel good in what he says. And you don't have enough time to gather facts yet, so you say, fuck, I don't need a boundary. Let's take a chance here. Let's take a chance here. The point is, ugly girl, you're not assuming anything. You need to know. You need to know with as little risk as possible what you're getting into. How do you avoid risk? By not negotiating with your vagina. That would be a good start. A lot of you negotiate with your vagina in your hand. Like here you go, like I got it right here. I'll give this to you. I mean, you say you're going to be nice to me, so I'll give this to you, and I hope you be nice to me. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You don't give in hopes of getting back when you're an ugly girl. You don't do that. What did I say to you? You need proof. You need proof of everything. You don't take nothing for face value. Nothing for face value. You don't assume the worst. You don't assume the best. You don't take nothing for face value, ugly girl. You don't do that. You can't afford to do that. You need proof of everything. What did I say before? Everything is a life or death matter with you. And that's not being negative. That's just another way of saying, you know what? My life is the most important thing to me. And because my life is the most important thing to me, this is the way things need to be done in order for me to develop a friendship with you and a possible relationship with you. This is the pace that I need to go. You're saying this to yourself now. You don't have to say it to him. He doesn't need to know none of this stuff here. This is what you work out with me. We'll work out the plan together. He's just watching your natural splendor. Just naturally splendid. You're unlike any woman he's ever met. You're funny. You're cordial. You're gracious. You're witty. You're smart. You're spiritual. You think about humanity. You're concerned about people. Not just yourself, but people. That's what's going to make you different from these regular chicks that, just fling their hair and, trying to bargain for a couple of dollars here and there. You're in it for the long haul. Any man you invite in, you're looking, you're assessing for long-term success, because you understand that you're on a clock, and that everything that you do now will prepare you for the rest of your life. You as an ugly girl understand this. Maybe the rest of the chicks don't look at it that way, because pretty women think they're going to be pretty forever. Uh, Attractive women, sexy women assume their sex appeal will just never run out, and they don't plan properly for their future. So even pretty girls better plan like ugly girls. hmm Even if you're pretty, you better plan like if you're not. You better do that. You better do that. That's what I'm talking about here. That's what I'm talking about. No, Whitney, you can't make any assumptions. Troll for life. Goddamn, never heard it like that, and you never will. Nobody's going to say it this way. Because what I'm conveying to you is based on my life experiences, based on all the disappointments, all the regrets, all the shoulda, woulda, couldas, all the mistreatment that some I bought cash. Some of the mistreatment I bought cash, and some I didn't. Some I didn't see coming. So what I conveyed to you is a cautionary tale, but one where you can succeed in this world if you just separate yourself from certain things. Separate yourself from anything that makes you a subordinate, from any ideal, any trend, any look of the day. I don't give a shit what it is. But anything that puts you in a space where you're mimicking other people, that someone can say, "Oh, you a cheap knockoff to this," or you're trying to be that, and you're not really doing a great job of it. You need to sit down somewhere because you're not XYZ. It's about getting away from all of that. Getting away from anything that places you in a box that's already full. We're trying to be placed in boxes that are already toppling over, getting ready to explode. There's no room for us there, but yet we're trying to fit in. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna waste a lot of time. You're gonna waste a lot of time in your life. I've talked to women on this live. They talk about going to get surgery to get boobs and butts and stuff like that, so that they can be considered sexually attractive. And that's an ugly girl trying to fit into a box that will more likely than not yield her what she's looking for anyway. So we put ourselves in harm's way. We do extreme things to fit in, and then we still don't fit in. I know plenty of chicks that went under the knife and still look ugly. Like, okay, I don't know. You think you went from a 5 to what you think is an 8? You're just a 5 with a hard ass. You're still a 5, and your ass now looks like a bag of rocks. You're a 5, and your breasts sit up on your chin. It's like you spent all that money to look like a 5 with a boob job. I'm sorry. You spent all that money changing yourself only to look like the 4 that you were before with a boob job. That's the idiocy. That's the lunacy. Like, oh, you don't look no better. You don't look no better with that hair, with that horse hair. You don't look no better. You don't look no better. You don't look any better. You look now you look like you got work done. You look like a 5 who got work done. But this is the lunacy. You see what I'm saying? This is the lunacy. So now they could call you a 5 with low self-esteem because everybody knows you went under the knife because you didn't like yourself. Now you're just advertising that you don't like yourself. That's all you've done. That's all you've done. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Try to be healthy. Try to do things to support your health. People are dropping like flies out here, afflicted with all kinds of diseases, all kinds of stuff out here, dropping left and right, and we still concerned about boobs and how big of an ass you have. Listen, unless you're trying to be a porn star, I don't see the point. Unless you're actually trying to get into one of those men's magazines, soft porn magazines, or actually doing porn videos and stuff like that, I don't understand why you would do that. There is no point. Yeah, Stephanie, an ugly face with makeup on. Ugly face with makeup on. I mean, we see. Do I have to name names? Because I'm not. But you see these chicks, they go under the knife and they look like Muppets. They look like they should be on the Muppet Show. They don't look human anymore. And that's supposed to be perfection? That's supposed to be an improvement to what you were before? Looking like a sock puppet? You look like a fucking Muppet. As I said before, you know what I'm going to say, right? You look like the Gelfling from the Dark Crystal. Y'all who didn't watch the Dark Crystal, go Google Gelflings right now while you're on this live. And you tell me if some of these chicks that got these nose jobs and stuff don't look like Gelflings from the Dark Crystal. I'll wait. I'll wait. Are you kidding me? And that's supposed to be an improvement? Doctor, could you make me look like a Muppet? I've always wanted to look like a sock puppet. All my life, I wanted to look like a Muppet. Can you make me look like that? So that men will want to fuck me? I just want men to want to fuck me, Doc. Please make me look like a Muppet so they want to fuck me. Please. I don't want to look human anymore. Just make me look like a robot or something, please, so that men will want me to suck their dick. No man wants me to suck his dick. Please, me, please. I want him to want me to suck his dick too. Can you do that for me, Doc? Listen, it's as stupid as it sounds, right? Doesn't it sound stupid when I say it? But that's what it is. I want to be fuckable too, Doc. I want men who don't care about me to want to fuck me too. Please. Please, Doc. Listen, we got to get out of this matrix. We gotta get out of this matrix. One way or the other, I'm gonna yank y'all out of this matrix. If I gotta pull your weave out to do it, whatever I gotta do. If I gotta yank you, if I gotta drag you kicking and screaming, that's what I'm gonna do. Cause somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. Oh, I look sexy today. Oh, I'm so cute today. And Now what? Now what? Now what? You see why you have to divorce yourself from these things? You have to divorce yourself from these ideas. It's killing us. For some of us, it's a slow death, and for some of us, it's a fast one. It's real fast. I have white women wanting to join my Ugly Girls Club too, you know. Everybody wants to join now. Everybody sees the importance of it. Women are seeing the importance of getting out of the prison, the mental anguish around measuring up. There's a mental anguish that some of you on this live even, live with on a daily basis because you don't measure up. You don't feel like you're a contender with anybody else. And you're living a life at 50% capacity maybe. And I think it's really less than that. To be honest, I think it's less than that. Way less. Way less. I did a post today on my Facebook page talking about pretty much the fallacy of this thing called sex drive, right? And you know, we bought into that there is this thing called a sex drive that we're supposed to have, and that we need on a regular basis to be sexually active in order to be complete, whole human being, fully functional women, right? And in the post, I stated this, and I'll just say it here, that the women that I talk to who have these so-called high sex drives, the women who love sex, right? Gotta have it all the time. I love sex, Salkis. I need it all the time. I need to get my nuts, Salkis. What you talking about? I need this nuts. I have not yet met one woman with a high sex drive who doesn't have a history of rape and molestation. Not one. Not one yet. This thing called sex drive is this pseudo-scientific. It's a theory. It's a made-up kind of thing to get people who have these vices okay. You know, there's another way to be okay with yourself. This is just another way for you to be okay with something that you really need to get control of. This sex drive thing that that has you run into men who don't care about you, who only want to pump and dump you and put you in harm's way, is a celebration now. Oh, I have a healthy sex drive because I want it every week. I want it 4 times a week. I need to get somebody to dig in my ass at least 4 times a week, Salkis. That's called a healthy sex drive. And men who watch porn and, beat off all the time, I have a high sex drive. And they're watching porn and all kinds of debauchery. And this is supposed to be normal behavior. Screwing people you don't know their name. You don't know where they come from, but you're in the bed with them. And this is normalized. This is normalized. There's nothing that we do in terms of sex that is really, really normal anyway. We're breaking a lot of natural laws. I said it before, if you're having sex at night, that's unnatural. You're supposed to be asleep at night. All your organs have slowed their functioning. All your bodily organs have slowed down during shadow hours, during evening hours. During the circadian rhythm, nighttime is a time for your body to rest. You don't need to be pumping and fucking your brains out at 12 midnight. You need to be asleep so your cells can regenerate. so that you can repair damaged cells and regenerate yourself. But we don't do that. We screw at night like vampires. Like vampires. We're having sex while we're pregnant. It's another law that you break. You're not supposed to be having sex while you're pregnant. Oh, they say, oh, you know, it'll bring the baby down. The baby will reposition itself or something like that. If you have a lot of sex during the last trimester, and the chicks are trying to bring trying to throw themselves into labor, she'll have sex. That's to let you know it's unnatural. If having sex puts you into labor, do you know what that means? That means your ass is supposed to stay closed until that baby wants to come out. That's what that means. That's what that means. So you're having sex while you're pregnant. While your baby's trying to develop and needs peace and calm and quiet, it's got to hear boop, 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 boop. Every 3 days. Boop, 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 boop. All that banging going on. All that banging going on. No peace for the baby. No peace for you. You're developing a whole human being, and you still got to be sexy, and you're 7 months pregnant. See that fucking warped mentality. I'm still sexy. Ain't I still sexy? You got chicks out here with bikinis and G-strings on, and they 7-8 months pregnant. Big belly swole. Big areolas showing. I'm still sexy, even though I'm pregnant. What's the deal with that? You still got to be a sexual object at 9 months pregnant. At 9 months pregnant, you still got to be a sexual object. You don't think nothing's wrong with that? You don't think anything's wrong with that? They've even sexualized breastfeeding now. I don't know what these chicks say. You know, I've seen the campaigns. The mom's breastfeeding the baby. She's totally naked, but she got red bottoms on. She got stilettos on, lipstick on, hair tousled, and she's laying down in a sexual position with a baby strapped to her nipple. I'm every woman. Hear me roar. Breastfeeding is natural, even though I'm sexualizing it. Hear me roar. That shit. that shit. We're not going to let them breastfeed shame us. I can breastfeed wherever I want and however I want. Are you kidding me? It doesn't matter that my breast is out because I'm doing something natural. I'm feeding my baby. But you won't walk around naked any other time, though. But you expect people to want to see your whole boob out because you're in the act of feeding a baby. Listen, I've had 2 children that I breastfeed, and I breastfed both of them till they both were almost 2 years old. And nobody saw my nipple, not once. Nobody. So it can be done. These heifers are on display. They're trying to paint it another way, but they're on display. I breastfed both my daughters until they were almost 2, and nobody saw areola, a nipple, nothing. How did I do that? Covered myself up. It can be done. It can be done. But this is, getting off into something else. But society and what we normal is all perverted. Everything is perverted. Everything is perverted. Everything. Everything. You're not supposed to be having sex on a full stomach. You know that too, right? You're not supposed to be having sex after you've just eaten. Your blood, all your is in your intestines. When you eat something, the blood rushes to your intestines to pull the nutrients, to take and circulate the nutrients to the rest of your body. That's not a time where you should be elevating your heart rate and doing all kinds of sexual feats, because the blood isn't there to do it. The blood can't distribute the way it needs to your sexual organs in order for it to be a proper session anyway. We're breaking laws. We're breaking laws. You're having sex while you're drunk. That's another thing. You shouldn't get drunk anyway, but having sex while you're drunk too? Alcohol is poison, you guys. It's poison. Straight poison, but we do it. We have sex while we're sick. Your body needs to heal. Why are you having sex when you have a cold? When you're tired? All these things. Breaking natural law. All because of this thing called a sex drive. All because of this shenanigans we have been told is some real thing called a sex drive. We'll lose our mind if we don't have sex appeal. And then when you think you have it, like, I look good today. I think I'm fuckable today. What happens? Other than an invitation to screw you. What do you get other than an invitation to screw you? When you look fuckable, you get invited to have sex. When you look sexually attractive, you get invitations to have sex, because that's what you're selling. That's what you're selling. But we have all these convoluted terms for, these things. And women these days have convinced themselves that I look pretty for me. I don't even want to look pretty for me, Salkis. I don't do it for anybody else but me. Lies. Lies. We got to be more than what we are. We got to be more than what we are. I don't think... I haven't met a woman yet who's living to her fullest potential. Not too many of us do, because we're so preoccupied with nonsense, with foolishness, with labels, with how we're supposed to be, with trying to fit in. We talk about young people. We talk about 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds. We could talk about them all day. But everything I'm talking about is what grown women are afflicted with. Grown women. And young people are supposed to be better than us, and we can't get it together? And we can't get it together? We still got self-esteem issues, but somehow our daughters are supposed to get it figured out. How? How are they supposed to figure out what we couldn't teach them? What we still can't figure out? What we're still pressured by? How? Something to think about. Something to think about. Right? So, if you guys don't have any questions, I guess we can end this live. We can end this live unless someone wants to ask me something. Nothing? Can I define what I mean when I say living my fullest potential? Living without holding yourself back. Living, most of us live in conformity. Thank you, Sierra, for your donation. Appreciate it. Most women that I know of are afraid to do what their life's purpose is, what their mission is. They're afraid. Most of us won't do we won't even get out of bed if we don't look a certain way. You won't even go to the grocery store if you don't look a certain way. It's that kind of thing. We're living confined, in confinement, confined by our emotions. And because you're living confined and trapped, you don't know what you're capable of doing, what you're capable of creating. That's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by that. You're afraid to talk to people because you're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of asking for a raise at work because you're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of saying no to a man that you really suspect isn't for you because you're afraid of rejection. How about that shit? You suspect the dude ain't shit and you still afraid to say no because you don't want him to reject you, even though you know he's poison. That's the bullshit I'm talking about. That's the lunacy that I'm talking about. We're afraid of everything. You can't reach your full potential being afraid. You can't. But this is what happens. This is what we do. Queen says, I can't stand to see breastfeeding mothers walking around with their breasts out. Well, it's a point that they're making. This is natural. If you're turned off by it, you're sick. You're a sicko, but you're not gonna go to work with no bra on though. This is so natural, but you're not gonna go to work with no bra on. You're not gonna what is it? You're not gonna go on a date without that shelf bra though. You're not gonna go on a date with your boobs swinging left and right. You're not gonna do that. So it's contingent on. It's conditional. It's a game. It's a gag. It's a game, Queen. It's a game. Understand that that's what it is. That's what it is. It's a look at me. It's a look at me. Look what I can do. I can squirt milk. You want me to squirt some milk? You sick freak. You like to see me squirt my milk. And these heifers want you to see them squirting milk. Trust and believe. These heifers, these breastfeeding, swole up mammary heifers want to squirt milk so you can see. It's a game. It's a game, man. Get out of here with this. It's a natural thing. It's a see me. It's another way to see me. It's another way for me to show my tit and say to you, you're sick because there's nothing about this is sexual. When it is sexual. Because if it wasn't sexual, you'd be showing your boob any other time outside of your baby having your tit in its mouth. So that your boob is a sexual object. You understand that, and any other time it is. And it doesn't change because a baby has sucking on it as opposed to a man. If the breasts weren't an object of sex, then your man wouldn't suck your tit. You wouldn't want your man sucking on your boobs. If your breasts were not a sexual object, then your man would not be sucking on your boob too. Some of y'all have your child on one boob and he's sucking on the other. Pervert. Don't get me started now. Don't get me started with the bullshit. Fugazi out here. That's all it is. That's all it is. She's squirting milk in his face and do all kinds of sick shit behind closed doors and want to tell people, oh, you're just perverted because you're looking at this as sexual. When she doing sexual shit with her swole titty. With her swole up titty in private. Get out of here. Get out of here, please. Not with me. You do that with anybody else, but just don't do it with me. This is a place where you can be honest, where you can let go of your lies. Where you can let go of all your lies and all your propaganda for all them other chicks. Because propaganda don't live here. Not on this channel. Not on this channel. Not on this channel. Girl, please. Don't do it here. Don't do it here. Let me adjust myself. Let me adjust. Don't do it here. This all women do is lie. This is why men are right. All women do is lie. That's all we good at. I used to be scared to lose men, but I could care less. I notice it's a game that they play. It's called push and pull tactic. Woo! Yes, it is. Where they pretend to lose interest in order to make you chase them. Yes. How about that? And Moonlight, what do I say that you position yourself as so you can avoid all the semantics, all the game, all that push and pull shit? What do I tell you ladies to do? Say it. I want to know if y'all listening. What do I tell you to do? Somebody say it. Class is in session. What do I say? Relax. Relax. Everything you want is in relaxation. Calm the fuck down. The only way a push and pull could work is if you have anxiety. Is if you feel that you're not the prize. You're not the one that he should be chasing. If you feel that way, you're going to have anxiety. If you feel that he's better than you, you're going to have anxiety, my dear. And that push and pull tactic will work on someone who has anxiety. When you say to yourself, listen, I got all the time in the world. I really have all the time in the world. Whether it's true or not, you want to adopt it because mistakes happen when you're rushed. Mistakes happen when you're pressured. Mistakes happen before you get to see the whole picture of things. There is no man here that's going to get blue balls because you don't open your knees. He's going to release. Whether he makes love to his hand or another vagina, he's going to find a release. It's not your bag. That's not your concern. Let him love on his hand. Well, let him love what he been doing. Let him do the pay-per-view, what he been doing. He been managing before you came in, and he'll manage during and after you're gone. No pressure. No pressure. My God, I used to be so anxious. Yeah. Yeah. All of us. Me too. Me too. Worried. I should say worried. I shouldn't even say anxious. I should say what it is. Downright worried. You're worried. You act like if you're worried. You speak like if you're worried. You're concerned. You talk like if you're begging him to like you. You talk like that. Please like me. Please. I want to give this a shot. I want to give you a shot. Just like me, and I'll have faith. I'll have faith that you'll do what you say you're gonna do. I just need you to say you like me. Isn't that what we do? Isn't that what we do? So cut that out. Cut that out. And you'll get results. Being attractive, being magnetic is about being confident. Just being confident. Not delusional. Not conceited. Not thinking that you're better than anybody or worse than anybody. You're in the center. You're in the middle. You're not hot. You're not cold. You're lukewarm. You're right in the middle. The middle is a sweet spot. So there's no extremes going on there. You're not surprised by anything. You're not overly gratitudinal about anything. And you're not complacent or disregarding about anything either. You're no extreme. To control your emotions, you stay away from extremes. Do you understand? When you're totally happy, you're out of your mind? And when you're depressed, you're out of your mind too? When you are happy and euphoric, you are out of your mind. And when you are depressed, sad, suicidal, you're out of your mind too? Do you understand? Extremes are where senility lies. Lunacy lies in extremes. Relaxation is in the middle. Relaxation is the take it or leave it. The relaxation is thank you but no thanks. The relaxation is he doesn't call? Okay. He does call? Okay. In the middle. In the middle. You have to control your emotions. Center. Pendulum swings left and right, right? Pendulum is swinging left and right. You want to be the hand of God that climbs up the pendulum and holds the pendulum in place. You're holding the pendulum steady so it doesn't go to extremes. Women live in fucking extremes. You're either suicidal or you're batshit crazy happy. We're just extremes. And it behooves men to keep us in extremes because we're not thinking either way. We're not thinking either way. So you want to center yourself. You want to hold the pendulum steady so that you can see everything. You can see everything when you hold it steady. When you have emotional control, you see everything you need to see. Everything. That's right. Stay balanced. Balance yourself. Balance yourself. I need to be happy, Salkis, and I need to be happy. No, you don't. You need to be content. Happiness is not a state that you can maintain. Contentment is. Because contentment is, I'm accepting everything. I'm accepting the good and the bad. That's what contentment is. I want to be happy and I want to be happy. Nope. Thank you, Moonlight. You are awesome, Salkis. Auntie Salkis. Truly a blessing to me and the rest of us ladies. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you, all of you, for supporting the channel. And rocking with me and riding with me. You know, a lot of what I say is unorthodox. It may seem quite insane, but I'm never going to tell you a lie. It may be hurtful and it may be something you don't want to hear, but what I'm never going to do is tell you something wrong. That's what I'm never going to do. I'm not into telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. That's the difference. That's the difference. So, some good advice my father gave me is don't get too high with the highs or too lows with the lows. And that's a beautiful, eloquent way of saying what I've just stated. Staying centered, staying in the middle. Your father said, don't get too high with the highs or too lows with the lows. He means don't go to any extreme. That's what he was saying. You want to keep your sanity. Don't go to any extreme. This is what ugly girls have to do. Stop going to extremes. I see your post, oh, I'm so sad today. I'm depressed, y'all. This depression, y'all. Going to extremes. Don't do it. Don't do it. So if no one has any more questions, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up. Please, if you guys want to be a part of the club, send me an email. Again, keep calm and carry on. Send me your email, send me your inquiries at info@salkisre.com. Go to my art page also. Support the artistry, you guys. I do this art for you. I became an artist to help heal women, you know. I didn't become an artist to stroke my own ego. I became an artist as an extension of healing. This is why I do my creative work. It is all a package deal. So get you a little something or get you a big something. I have stuff for $100 and stuff for $12,000. Get you something as a reminder of what you're trying to do, of what you're stepping into, of the new paradigm, the new shift in your focus and your mentality, your dedication to being other than any other woman out here. You as an ugly woman have to now dedicate yourself to being yourself, to not trying to fit into any box or any mold. Because when you try to fit into something else, they could say, look at her. Look what she's trying to do. Ha, ha, ha. No more of that. Let it go. No more of that. You're not trying to fit in anywhere. You're carving out your own path. Your own path. That's the point of all of this. That's the point of it all. So with that said, I thank you all again. What are ways to relax more? What are ways to relax more? Your diet. I think that's the biggest, the best, and most important way to get rid of anxiety, to get rid of depression and all sorts of mental imbalances. If I had one suggestion, it would be to clean up your diet and get rid of sugar. Sugar is the enemy to your brain. Sugar is your enemy. It causes all sorts of emotional imbalances. Not only do you gain weight with it, it dries your organs out. It dries your brain. It kills your brain cells. So if you want to relax more and get out of the anxiety pool, ditch all the junk food and anything with sugar additives in it, and watch how you might get a little more anxious in the beginning because your body will go through withdrawal. But after that, you start cruising. Fruits and vegetables, people, for good mental health. Fruits and vegetables. That's it, Salkis? That's what you got? Yes. There's nothing exotic here. It all goes back to that. How do I feel about colon cleanse? Like a colonic thing? Or listen, if you're eating salt and sugar and you're supposedly cleaning your colon, you're not doing anything. You're like washing your clothes in dirty water. That's pretty much what it is. If you're really trying to clean your body out, you have to get rid of the salt and the sugar. And that's the biggest demon in the world. But if you're truly going to detox, fruits and veggies in their natural state, as bland as you can possibly make it. Anything with overspiced, you're going to hold waste inside of your body. You're going to hold waste and retain water, especially with that salt. Oh my God. You're not going to get rid of anything eating salt. Nothing. So it's that kind of thing. Ugly is too harsh. Yes, it's counterintuitive. It's hard to say, Salkis. I ain't playing though. You better embrace it, girl. You better embrace it, girl. I know it's too harsh. I know a lot of girls like, I feel a little embarrassed saying that. You feel a little embarrassed admitting it. You feel a little embarrassed admitting outwardly what you feel inside. That's really what this is. I'm gonna confirm how I feel. I feel so exposed. Don't expose me, Salkis. Don't expose me. That's what you're embarrassed about. You're embarrassed about being exposed. Not that the word is harsh. Is that now everybody knows that I think this way. But the point of it is that we're giving them back their categories. We're giving them back the place values that they place us in. Because every man that you fucked has either thought you were ugly or pretty anyway. He's evaluated you. So it's not something that we're going to escape. People, you evaluate people and people evaluate you. And the point of all this is when I talk about this, like I said in the other live, then women go, well, what's ugly, Salkis? What is ugly? How do you define it? So you can rate everybody else now. You say who's ugly and cute all day long, and all of a sudden when it comes to you, now you don't know. Now it's speculation. Now it's speculation. Now we can't. It's not no definitive thing. But you can pinpoint what looks unattractive to you if it's outside of yourself. You see the game? You see the game? We can't be honest with us. You can call a motherfucker ugly all day long. Oh, that chick is bad body built right there. She need to go cover up. She need to do that. She need to go fix the grill. She need this, that, none. No issue with that. And then when it comes to you, well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is as beauty does. You're as beautiful as you feel. That bullshit. Bullshit. Cut it out. Stop it. Just face it. Face it head on. We ain't got to do no semantics. We ain't got to play games with ourselves. Face the shit. Disempower it. Disempower it. That's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. Save your money, ladies. That's what helps with anxiety and depression. It works for me. Yeah. Get you that savings. Get you that savings. Save your money. Do something creative, a creative endeavor of some sort. Creativity is an anxiety release too. Just getting out of yourself, getting out of the woe is me. Help somebody. You know what can instantly relieve anxiety? Helping someone else. Cook dinner for some elderly person, or visit somebody, or give somebody else money that needs help or something like that, and you instantly feel better about you. You'll instantly feel better about you. So there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it. But the first thing you got to tackle is your temple. Ooh, the first demon is our temple. Listen, I'm a potato chip connoisseur. Kettle cooked, sweet and sour, mesquite, ranch, cheese. What's the other one? What's the other one I used to do? Oh my God, salt and vinegar, any kind of chip. That shit'll put you in the ground though. You want to have heart problems, circulation problems, and all kinds of extra weight, all kinds of tumors and different things like that. Go ahead and eat that fried stuff. Eat that fried, salty stuff. That's the road you're headed. That's the road you're headed. Can you do a meet and greet in April when I go to California from Florida? I'm going for a womb massage course. Ooh, a womb massage course. I have never heard of that. Is it for women who are pregnant, or is it just what's the therapeutic benefits of it? I don't know about doing meet and greet in April, but I definitely want to know about the womb massage. Or visit me at an art gallery. We'll see. Yes, it's a traditional Mexican medicine. Oh, prolapse uteruses. Wow. Nice. So this is something you will be offering are you a healer of some sort? A holistic practitioner? Nice. Womb massage. I like that. Women worry about their beauty because men focus on beauty. Yeah, they do. Men focus on beauty, but they abuse beauty too. Men focus on beauty to consume it. to own it, to claim it. Because there's a lot of beautiful women who are being abused out here also. So to focus on it, to get an offer, I get. But it's not a cure-all. It's not, it doesn't cure anything. Beauty doesn't cure a damn thing. Not nothing. Not nothing. So I want to learn how to do the womb adjustments, healthy wombs, healthy world. Oh, I love that. Nice, nice, nice. Well, along with the massage, we gotta get that diet together, get that water going, get rid of the toxins out the body, because the womb, once you fuck up your kidneys and your liver, the body funnels your waste through your womb, you know. This is why some of y'all have funked up vaginas, funky ass vaginas, and gotta do vinegar and all kinds of, putting all kinds of salad dressings in your vagina because your vagina smell like shit and fish. It's because the waste goes out through the vagina once the kidneys and the liver are compromised. So it would behoove you to get away from fatty food. Fatty foods, people, greasy stuff. That's one way to bring your whole womb back into homeostasis. Get rid of the fatty stuff, and as natural as possible, everything you eat should be in as natural a state as it possibly can. And you won't have to be douching and doing all this stuff to make your vagina fresh. You know, the vagina is funky because of what we eat. I just took a CMOS and bladderwrack shot. A CMOS and bladderwrack shot? How do you take a CMOS and bladderwrack shot? What do? You put alcohol in the CMOS and bladderwracks? I never heard of a shot. Is it liquid? A tincture? Sierra says salad dressing. Yeah, you got vinegar, baking soda, yogurt. What else y'all put in y'all vagina? Clays and goat milk, all kinds of shit I done heard. The mesquite is the bomb. Yeah, the mesquite chips ain't no joke. Like if it was only one thing that I could get to eat in my life, it'd be a damn potato chip. You don't have to give me meat. You don't have to give me cheese, and I'm a cheese lover too. All I need is some goddamn potato chips. With that Ridges. Oh God. And don't talk about the dip. Chips and dip. Man, you won't see me for a month. I'll be wrapped up in a blanket somewhere. I'll be wrapped up in a blanket somewhere. Where's Salkis at? She eating chips. I got my chips. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I just put the powder in water and drink it. Oh, you gangster like that. I've done that too. But I put it in capsules. And I drink it with water. That's what I do. I'll put it in capsules. You gangster. That is gangster, because that thing sure enough don't taste good. It don't taste good. It don't taste good at all. What is bladderwrack? It's like a sea vegetable kind of thingy. Sort of like seaweed. You know, it's good to clean out the blood. It gives you minerals. It gets rid of excess water. It helps you go to the bathroom normally and stuff. It's excellent. Excellent. So somebody says, what about fibroids? Well, fibroids are waste. Fibroids are waste that the body's trying to get rid of. So it forms a lump. When the body can't get rid of it, it will isolate the waste in a certain area, and it will just grow a lump or a cyst or a tumor or something like that. That's all it is. A cyst is waste. A cyst is like, a fibroid is like a pimple on your uterus. It's like a pimple. That's all it really is. These high fat diets, high meat diets, dairy especially, is guaranteed to cause lumps and bumps. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Dairy is like one of the worst things we could eat, and it tastes so good. Oh, that goat cheese. I could eat goat cheese like cake. I ain't gonna lie. I could just sit down. You know those happy cow cheeses, those wedge cheeses that they have, those happy cow cheeses, like I could snack on those like all day long. Like ice cream or something. Like some people eat ice cream. I could eat cheese like other people eat ice cream. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Not the salad dressing. It's nasty, but I make a toast for my health. Oh, I love that. I like how you dress it up. That's right. Toast to your health. Toast to your health. We got to toast to the health. I got my tea right here. I'm going to drink this, my bamboo tea. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to guzzle that bad boy up. Go to the store, get me some fruits, and be done with it. And I'm going to be done with it. Simplify everything, you guys. Simplify your diet. Simplify your thinking. Don't complicate shit. A lie is always hiding in complications. Lies hide in complicated things. You want to steer away from that. Simplify it all. If it ain't right, then it's wrong. If you don't treat me nice, then you don't like me. Like, just it's either one or the other. It's either one or the other. There's no middle ground. There's no middle ground. Salkis, what is good for coffee replacement? Oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it. There was this. I'll have to get the name for you. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. There is something that sort of tastes like coffee. Coffee is bad though. Herba Mate. Now that's good too. The Herba Mate is good. Coffee is not so great because it's going to dry your kidneys out. It's going to dry your organs out, So you don't want to do the coffee. You want to keep moisture. All diseases start with dehydration, because dehydration causes low oxygen. And when your cells get low oxygen, when your cells have less than 50% oxygen, that's when you start getting these lumps and humps and bumps and all kinds of blood disorders, diseases, gain weight, this, that, and the other. That's what happens. You want to keep your body oxygen rich. You want to keep your cells oxygenated. And anything that dehydrates you is going to take all your oxygen out of your blood and cause bacteria to grow. It'll cause your blood to get dirty. If your blood doesn't have oxygen, it will accumulate waste. If your blood doesn't have oxygen, the cells can't carry the waste out. You can't filter out the waste, and it starts to get dirty, and your blood starts to get thick, and then it doesn't circulate properly, and then you have that numbness going on in your toes, little numbness going on, the swelling and all that, because your body can't circulate the waste out. So don't do the coffee. Don't do nothing that will dry you out. Wait a minute. Somebody said Seymour smelled like a bikini bottom. Wait a minute now. Who bikini bottom smell like Seymour's? God damn it. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. A bikini bottom? Damn that. Damn that. She said Seymour smell like a bikini bottom. You're welcome. You're welcome, you guys. This is one of my many talents. I did the nutritionist thing, and I'm rehashing all of that. When I first started this channel, it was all about weight loss and nutrition. I started off as a weight loss and food psychology coach. That was my title. So it's just going full circle now. We have to incorporate everything so that we can be our best selves. And I wasn't concentrating on that before, dealing with other things, but it has to come back around again. It has to come back around again, because everything we want is tied up into everything. Listen, everything you want is tied into what you put in your mouth. The love you want, the money you want, the looks you want, all of that is tied into what you in your mouth. There's no getting around it. There is no getting around it. Maybe they mean fishy salty. Listen at me. The only way the vagina smell like fish is when you're eating animal products. When you're eating animals and dairy, that make the vagina stink. That's why I see any chick eating a steak, I go, I know what's going on down there. I know what's going on at the 5 o'clock hour. I know what happens to you at midnight. You turn back into a pumpkin after 8 hours. Sure enough. Yeah. Any one of y'all that eating meat, I already know you need that salad dressing up in there to neutralize the acid. You need that salad dressing. You want to be sweet down there? Just get rid of the meat. Just get rid of the meat and dairy. You can't hear anything? Can you hear me now? Get rid of that meat and dairy, and you will have a sweet vagina. A sweet vagina. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. You be so sweet. Well, no, let me not say that. Let me leave that one under my hat. Let me leave that one. Next, I was gonna say something, but I retract. I retracted. But if you want your vagina to act right, it's what you put in your mouth makes your vagina act the way it's supposed to act. And that's it. That's it, and that's all. So, you guys, if there's nothing else, I will leave you to it. I'll leave you to it. And subscribe if you haven't. Those of you who are new to the channel, subscribe. Share the video. And like the video. And let's get this thing circulating so other people can find me. We got to get the word out. All right? So thank you all. I'm out of here. Peace.